The undead of Orlando, Florida, walk the streets at night, appearing much like the rest, accepting their reflections conspicuously absent from the tapestry of glass.
What's up, YouTube? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about fixed axle, old school yo-yos, stuff that your grandpa threw, but has maybe seen a little bit of a resurgence lately. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Now, I don't have anything super special. This stuff's all from the 90s. This is all old stuff. This is probably your first ever, maybe your first ever yo-yo, I don't know. Probably something you got in an Easter basket when you were 4. These can be fun. But, really kind of wanted to talk about progressive fixed axle play and what it is now versus what it used to be and all that jazz. So, I guess first off, question. Do you guys throw fixed axle sometimes? It's fun. Lots of guys do fixed axle Fridays. I think I'm going to start doing that, fixed axle Fridays. I think I'm going to start doing just do like a trick or something real quick. Doesn't even have to be a good trick. Something super basic and just throw it up on Friday, just for the hell of it. I think it'll be fun. I'm gonna try it. Maybe every other Friday. So maybe not this Friday because it's already Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really worked on anything, but there's tricks in the beginning of this video. But anyway, so back in the '90s, right when transaxle came out, and everybody got a Omega Fireball, lots of other companies were doing stuff too. Notably, the Playmax company. Playmax, I think, has since been bought by Duncan. Playmax had something called the Pro-Yo out at the time that was more or less, kind of an upgraded Imperial. What it was is it was a shape like this. Now this is sort of a copy, but it's an upgraded copy, and I'll get into that in a minute. What it was sort of this modified Imperial shape. It had a wooden axle like this one has. I actually have a Duncan Pro-Yo, but anyway, we'll get to that. But what it was the idea was that it came apart, but it had a wooden axle, and it also had the starburst response like these did. So it responded like a wooden yo-yo would, because the wooden yo-yos, if you've ever played these two, wooden yo-yo response is you can control it a lot more. So its response was like a wooden yo-yo, but if you got a knot or something, you could take it apart. And that was sort of its claim to fame. You can find old videos from the 90s, and they're super cheesy. But there are a lot of the videos, when they're doing like beginner tricks and stuff, they're throwing a Pro-Yo, and they're videos put together by Playmax. And they were throwing a Pro-Yo. Now, around that time, the Pro-Yo was once Playmax went under, Duncan bought them. And Duncan still puts out a Pro-Yo. So you can get both the Pro-Yo, which is the modified Imperial shape, and the Pro-Fly, which is a more butterfly shape. I don't have a Pro-Fly. I do have a Pro-Yo, but it's in a box somewhere, and it's basically the same as this. And I wanted to talk about this because I like this better. So this, after a while, Dale Oliver, who I believe worked with Playmax or worked for Playmax, put out I don't know if Dale Oliver did Spintastics or if he sold his designs to Spintastics or what. But Dale Oliver was one of those guys. He was like a champion, and his designs were sort of upgraded Playmax designs. And the Spintastics stuff, particularly the Spintastics Technic, is basically the upgraded Pro-Yo. Now, it's a little bit of a harder, like polycarbonate plastic. The Pro-Yo, if you push it, it feels cheap. But this one's a little more durable. I've had this since the 90s, and it still looks like it did the day I opened it up. And I threw this a lot when I was a kid. And the other cool thing, of course, is that it comes apart. The axle is wooden, and there's also a starburst response here, but it's kind of a not super aggressive starburst. I don't know. So you can get pretty decent spins out of this, and this is what I was using in in the video, in the little tricks that I was doing at the beginning. And there was this shape and a butterfly shape. The butterfly shape is actually different than the Pro Fly. It looks a lot different. It actually just looks like a Dunkin' butterfly, and I have one on order because I had one and I can't find it, but it was called Manta Ray, I think, and I have one on order. There's a couple stores that still have some new old stock, so I ordered one. It was like $7, and probably going to use that for the Fixed Axle Friday stuff, if I can do it. But this is awesome too. Now there's lots of newer good models as well, super high-end stuff. This year's Ed Haponic the EAH, the Ed Haponic $65 exotic wood screw apart yo-yo just came out. That looks awesome. A lot of companies put out $20 screw apart, $20 to $30 screw apart wooden yo-yos with that little axle system. Some just put together, some just have straight up single piece wood yo-yos that are for fixed axle, and it's a lot of fun. It's a ton of fun actually. Ed Haponic, who I had mentioned, is kind of, to me anyway, sort of a pioneer of the fixed axle play, and I know a lot of other guys. He's not the only one, but there's lots of other guys that are. But that kind of gets me to my second point, is that fixed axle stuff seems to be having somewhat of a little bit of a renaissance, I guess, or has been having. Maybe it never really went away, but you got Timber putting out Ed Haponic stuff, really high quality, high end stuff every year. I know Jensen Kimmett does the Squib or something, and he comes out with one. He's he won Worlds in 2013, 12 maybe 12, 14, I don't remember. With unresponsive, the North Star. But now he in addition to making the Grail, he also does wooden yo-yos, and you can find videos of him throwing fixed axle wood yo-yos as well. So, to me it seems kind of like almost a harken back to the good old days back in the '90s of the better fixed axle yo-yos. Because for the longest time, the only thing wooden yo-yo was a single piece of wood. And not this is a bad yo-yo. This is a BC classic. But it seems to me like something you could take apart, or something that you can it's a little more user-friendly as far as maintenance is concerned, is come back around, which I like. So I guess gets me to my point is, what do you think about fixed axle yo-yos? Do you do it? Do you play fixed axle sometimes, just for fun? You should. Just to take it a little bit farther, do you think that fixed axle yo-yos need to be brought back into as a separate competition? I think it might be cool. Maybe not every competition needs to have one, but I think it might be neat to have it up every now and then. And I know there's like contests and stuff, or like fixed axle contests, but they seem to be sort of like few and far between. Do you think maybe they should be more prevalent? I think it might be cool. It might be a nice step, both a step back to kind of get the older guys in that remember how to do fixed axle stuff, and then a way to get the kids back into stuff like this that was popular not even that long ago. I mean, the '90s isn't that long ago, right? I mean, not that old, right? Anyway, guys, so wanted to tell you, everybody's always asking what I'm drinking. So been kind of working through the Long Trail brewing stuff. Long Trail's a brewer out of Vermont. This is the Green Blaze IPA. Super awesome. Lots and lots of hoppy deliciousness. So if you like that stuff, you should really give it a shot if your beer distributor's got it or whatever. So definitely awesome beer. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and watch other videos and stuff. Comment. This is a discussion, sort of. Just let me know what you think about fixed axle stuff. And thanks for watching. Cheers to you. We'll see you next time.